Bog, you want to go to Madison? You want to go to the Madison? Bog wants to go to the Madison. We got boiled eggs. It's freaking like 50-some degrees again, 55 degrees. We're gonna go fish Madison. We actually met a couple guys that watched the videos the other day too, which was super awesome. But stay tuned. Madison Chain coming up. Fish on, fish on, fish on. Oh, he come off, he come off, he come off. Come here. Come here. Come here. Welcome back to Wisconsin, Mike. It's a 3.5 pounder, dude. Welcome to Madison, boys. You ready to go fishing, bro? So we are up here. I grew up about like 2 hours away from here and used to fish this a couple times a year, not too often, but the fishing's pretty epic, dude. For Wisconsin, you know, obviously it's nothing compared to where we're at now, like Florida, Alabama, Southeast, but it's pretty freaking cool, dude. There's a lot of grass, there's a lot of swampy features to it. It should be pretty epic, dude, and I think I've learned a lot since I've been up here. So we're gonna get out here. It's gonna be a little hot today. Bog, you ready for this? Ready? Ready. Madison Chain, Lake Monona. Stay tuned. Here we go, boys. Let's see if I can catch some fish in Wisconsin. Check that out. Those are all freaking pallets, dude. Laying on the bottom. Isn't that crazy? Fish on, guys. Nice one. On the ChatterBait, I'm like custom skirt too. Keep her out of the grass. I think we got him set up. We missed a few bites, and then this one went and chowed on a ChatterBait right here. That is a nice Madison Chain bass right there, boy. Way to get this game started, huh? Oh, she chowed it. Thank you, girl. Let's let her go. Gonna need to put a new trailer on there. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh, she stopped it. That's a smallmouth. No, that's a largemouth. Get in here. These fish are so freaking mean, dude. They're so mean. Getting on the ChatterBait. That's awesome. Guys, we got a big one on the ChatterBait. Oh, come here. Come here. Catch. Oh, son, that's stout. Welcome back to Wisconsin, Mike. It's a 3.5 pounder, dude. I'm gonna let her go and I'm gonna show you what we're catching them on because it's super cool. Peace out, pretty one. I just dropped my power poles because it seems like they're in like little clumps. So I'm sorry I didn't get the hook set, by the way, guys. It's actually really hot and the camera keeps turning off. Bog is hot, but check this thing out. This water's kind of, let's take a look at the water first. Water's kind of green. It's semi-clear, but kind of tingy. What we're doing is I got my little custom ChatterBait. It's my old D&M piranha ChatterBait. And I got an, I think that's a Little Easy Hammond's Herring. You guys know how much I love that color. Custom skirt on there. And we got it on 20-pound fluorocarbon on a Krypton. I actually like this rod because it's kind of a softer tip. It's a medium heavy, but it's got a soft tip, 7.2. And all we're doing is we're covering water and ripping it. I almost feel like I'm down in Florida, dude, because we're just fishing grass. There's all this milfoil that kind of, look at my graph. We're stopped, but you can kind of see it like comes up and goes down, comes up and goes down. But you're looking for a reaction bite, and then we got a bite. We're gonna slow down, kind of pick it apart a little bit, but it's an awesome, intense bite, dude. It's freaking, so, total honesty. I went out yesterday, caught a bunch of fish. I don't know if it's gonna be a video. Had a good time, but struggled to catch anything of size. Dude, I got out here, struggled for about 2 hours, and then I'm like, you know what, Mike? Do what you know how to do, and I know how to fish grass. I don't always like to fish grass when I have the opportunity to do other things, and hey, we might go fish for some smallies, but out deep. But at the same time, like, go back to what you know how to do, what you have confidence in, and freaking bend that rod, bro. All right, let's talk bait presentation. I got a little different trailer here, but same concept, little burner craw, dyed the tails. This is a 3/8 ounce chatterbait. I'm going to sling it. And even though I'm in like 7-8 feet of water, I'm not gonna let it sink that much. I'll start it off by giving it a jerk. And all I'm doing, I do have a high speed reel. This is a 721 on 20-pound fluorocarbon. And I'm just slow rolling and feel a little bit of grass. I'll do that. And sometimes you don't have to rip it off the grass. Sometimes you can just keep reeling it and it'll actually kind of like buck off the grass a little bit. But all I'm doing is just reeling and looking for that reaction bite. I think the one thing that's saving me, these are not ideal chatterbait conditions. You can see the water's pretty slick. Looking up, blue skies, not too much cloud cover. The thing that's saving me is this water is green as freaking green ice cream. Oh, pistachio ice cream. It's very milky green. I don't know if it's just on the surface or below, but there's definitely like a lot of stain to the water. So I think I can get away with fishing something that's this like reactive. And I think you almost need to, because you gotta call, like, look, dude, 6.8. So the bottom's like, and that's plus 2 feet with my trolley, 7 foot deep. And we're only fishing in the top like 3 foot of that section. So you gotta call these fish in or call them up. See him? It's musky, dude. Holy shit. So this is freaking awesome. I met this guy right here. This is Paul. Hey Paul, you got an Instagram or something, dude?
Yeah, it's at Powerhouse Bassin.
At Powerhouse Bassin. Go check out at HAUSC? HAUSC at Powerhouse HAUSZ Bassin. Check him out on Instagram, dude. So I run into this guy at the boat ramp and he's like, "What's up, bro?" And I'm like, "What's up?" He's like, "I know you." And I'm like, "No way, no way." But dude, he was nice enough to tell us kind of like what's going on. Give us like a real fishing report, like real fishing, you know, like hashtag real, like the real kind, not the, you know, the other kind. Dude, he was, oh, and he's got one. Oh. That's a real fishing report right there. Let's go check this out. That's freaking awesome. Nice. So that's what real fishing looks like. Well, Paul was nice enough to give us like a real fishing report, kind of put us in the ballpark. He even gave me a couple waypoints, which I haven't fished yet, but we're probably, and now I'm cutting him off from his fish. But say what's up. What's up, boys? Check them out, dude. As I blow up Paul, I'm such a jerk. Oh my God, dude, I'm sorry.
You're good, man.
Unbelievable.
We're gonna have some fun.
But check them out. It's always cool meeting people at the ramp, dude, and having them be so like open and sharing like information, sharing like what they think's happening, what's going on. Dude, it kind of jumpstarts this. I'm kind of on vacation, so this is so cool to kind of get things rolling, get some freaking bent rods and catch some fish. But let's get back to that, right? That's all grass right there, boys, on the structure scan. Strands upon strands of grass. Let's take a look at it on the 2D. See all the strands of grass coming up? It's kind of what we're targeting, just a hair shallower. Got him. We caught a punching fish in Wisconsin, boys. How about them apples, boys? How about them apples? Oh, solid one too. Oh, burner craw, 1 1/4 ounce, punching setup. I'm liking the old home ground, boys. Fish on, guys, and I think it's a big one, like a real big one. At least she ate it like a big one. It's not a northern. Chatterbait again. Like, I keep putting it down to try to do something else. And they just, it's a freaking walleye, dude. I just caught a walleye on a freaking chatterbait. Are you kidding? I might eat that joker. Are you kidding? I don't even know what a keeper walleye is out here. Bog, I think this is Bog's first walleye. You can't kiss these. They have teeth. You don't want to kiss him. How do you catch a walleye on a freaking chatterbait? Explain that one to me. There we go. Oh, that was a big one. That was a big one. Bro, look at all that grass. Grass. Basically what we're doing is we're throwing this chatterbait kind of like around these clumps. Look, see him schooling right there? It's all bait like going flick. That's why we're catching them, dude. There's all these little bluegills that are like this big, and like this is like 6-8 feet of water, maybe a little less, maybe like 5 to 8. And there's these clumps, and then it gets kind of strandy right here, and you throw that chatterbait out there, or like whatever, like something that you can kind of slow roll and swim through the grass, and you just tick that grass, tick, tick, tick. And one of those ticks are gonna go boom, or it just look you like your rod will totally load up. That's why you gotta make sure you use like that parabolic bend. Is this cool, Bog? Do you like this? We can't live in Wisconsin though, it's too damn cold. There you go. Just had to rip it out of the grass. I hope it's a bass. Yep. Guys, we switched to a squarebill, and I do this a lot when I'm throwing a chatterbait and ripping grass. Oh, that's a big one. And you can match a squarebill to the depth, and look, dude, she freaking hammered it, boy. Look at that fish. That's a freaking stud, and you can see the squarebill, and all we did was rip the grass. And she chowed it. Guys, we're back on him, dude. Look at that. That's a 3.5 pounder right there, dude. Fucking let me let her go. That's an awesome fish. Peace. See you later. So sometimes like mixing up your presentation, but doing the same thing is important. It's exactly what we did right here. Came back up on the spot, and you know, that chatterbait bite, when they eat it, it's awesome. Like, it's so much fun. But what you can do is, it's all about that reaction and ripping off the grass. So we grabbed a squarebill. There's a Lucky Craft BDS. Dives like 2 to 3 feet. You can see it's just a little fat wobbler. And let me throw you another thing. Can't grab any squarebill. For grass, you want a rounded bill like that, but you fish it just like a chatterbait. You throw it out on this stuff, you kind of slow reel it till you tick the grass, and you rip it off from time to time. That reaction, dude, we literally ripped it off the grass and she chowed it. Fish on, guys. Look at both. Chatterbait again, boys. I like this thing. I like this setup too. This rod's kind of perfect for it. I don't know how big this thing is. She didn't seem very big at first, and now she's seeming a little bit bigger. She's got a mouthful of grass. Look out, Bo. A nice two and change. All right, guys, this is a good, look out, Bo. I don't want you to get hooked. This is what we're ripping off of. It's like a milfoil kind of deal. And that is the bales. That is the bale. You can see we're all grass covered. There's freaking grass everywhere. Little note with this reaction style fishing. So we caught them on ghosts in the boat. Caught them on 2 different baits. Caught them on this guy right here, Lucky Craft BDS. But the trick is with these reaction things is having the right rod. With that crankbait, dude, you want like a really soft parabolic bend. You don't want like a glass rod, but I got it on it's a Daylight 2, what is it? Medium 7.3. So I can make long casts, but you want it powerful enough to rip the bait out, but soft enough so that when you rip the bait out, the rod still can load even more, because they tend to eat it right as it's kind of like reaching that peak after you rip it, and it's like, and then they go. And the same thing with the chatterbait. You want a little bit like stouter rod with the chatterbait. It's Kryptonite 7.2, but you still want that, see that kind of like slightly parabolic bend, not a bunch, but I like that. Whether you're running on braid or fluorocarbon, it just loads up better, because I consider both chatterbait fishing, obviously crankbait fishing is crankbait fishing, but chatterbait fishing is just like crankbait fishing. Like, the rod needs to load because they suck it up, especially after you rip it out. Bog's met new friends, new flies. It's all right, dude. Guys, we're gonna throw in the towel. I'm back in Wisconsin, fishing the old lakes and fishing them better than I used to, dude. And that's what it's about. Like, fishing is growth, learning, being better at something that you're really passionate about. And I don't want to get all like big balls. But I am better. And you got to acknowledge that, dude, when you grow and you get better at something, right, Bog? Maybe you'll get better at catching those flies. I hope you're gonna enjoy this little Wisconsin tour, this freaking getting out, learning, trying different things. I mean, that seems to be the theme throughout all the videos. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Like, your support made this happen. Like, ad revenues literally, dude, put gas in my gas tank to do this and bring the boat. So you guys make this happen. There's no question about it, and I thank you for that. So make sure to hit those buttons. Highlight baits, just to wrap it up real quick. ChatterBait, get yourself one and do a custom skirt just like that. Come here, Mr. ChatterBait. Ta-da! Little easy. That was the highlight trailer with the little Hammond's herring deal. And then squarebill, that guy. And we did miss a few on Strike King wobblehead, just like that, with a burner crawd. This dude right here, oh, hook came out. 3/8 ounce wobblehead, fishing it just like a swim jig, just like that. You know, there's a lot of submerged grass, and basically we targeted kind of structures that were on the outside, so there'd be like a point or a turn or something along those lines, but then we'd fish the flat inside of there. Depths anywhere from like 4 to about 7, 8 foot seemed to be key. Biggest key though was finding the grass that was set up right. Strandy and kind of like little pockets where it would come up, and you'd rip that bait off the grass, and dude, it was fire. Or you'd take the grass. That was the other trick. But I'm out. I'm not gonna talk your ear off. Hopefully you're gonna see some more Wisconsin videos, a lot of different stuff. We're gonna go smallie fishing. I might even try punching and frogging tomorrow. Like, dude, I'm gonna try to do a bunch of different things, bring them straight to you. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I am out because I am sunburned.
Yeah.